Hi guys, happy fall break if you're doing this over fall break. This is the lesson for Wednesday in language arts, and this is over multiple meaning words. So I'm actually going to use Admentum to help us with this, and we are going to watch this video together while I'm on the screen. I'll probably stop and talk through it a little bit with you. So here we go.
Granny is picking Stig and Sten up from school.
Hi, kids. Did you have a good day at school?
Yes, it was fun. And for lunch, we had spaghetti.
That's nice. Do you kids want to come to the grocery store and bank with me?
Sure. Luckily, I even have my old sneakers on.
Why do you need to wear your old sneakers to go to the store and the bank?
Okay, so let's think about here. What word are they thinking about that is not the word? He's thinking of something wrong. So this is about it's about a word that means two different things. So when he's thinking of bank, think in your mind what type of bank he's thinking of and what type of bank grandma is thinking of. So grandma is thinking of the bank where you go get money, right? He is thinking of a bank like a river bank where you can go and play in the mud and things like that.
It's so wet and muddy down at the bank. I wouldn't want to ruin my new sneakers.
Why would it? Oh, I see. You thought I meant the river bank. I meant I need to go to the bank where I can deposit money.
Oh, that bank. I didn't even think about that. It's too bad we're not going to the river bank, though. It's a nice place to play. And it's a nice place for a picnic. It's funny how so many words sound the same but have different meanings.
I knew I was going to do errands today, but I didn't imagine Stig would think we were going to the river bank.
I know another word that has two meanings. What if you said you were going to the park, and I thought you said you were going to park the car?
That's a good one. Do you know that multiple meaning words are also called homographs? Homographs are words that sound and look the same, but have different meanings.
Oh,
So in my class, I know we talked about like bat and bat, right? So the bat that flies and the bat that you use to hit a baseball with.
oh, okay. So the river bank is a homograph of the bank where you put money, right? But how could Stig tell which kind of bank you meant if the word sounds and looks the same?
Good question, Sten. Have you heard of context clues? We can use context clues to make sure we're clear about the meaning of the word that we're using.
Context clues are clues that we look for in sentences to figure out the meaning of unknown words, right? We can also use clues in the sentence, or context clues, to figure out the meaning of a homograph, or a multiple meaning word.
And we did a lot of work in Daily 5 with context clues where there was that nonsense word in the middle, and then you guys had to figure out what the nonsense word was by the context clues. So the context clues are the words around it that help you figure out the meaning of a word that you might not understand.
So, if I knew you wanted to deposit money, I would have known which bank you meant.
Right. So, how could you tell whether I said I was going to the park or I was going to park the car?
I know. We can use context clues. If I listen carefully and hear you say you're going to the park, I know that's different from parking the car. Yeah, I guess those are different. Parking the car is an action, but the park is a place where we go to play, like the riverbank. Hey, Let's try to figure out the meaning of some other multiple meaning words.
Help Stig and Sten define more multiple meaning words.
All right, so it says define the underlined word in each sentence. Bring a match so we can light the camp stove. Okay, so match. Is it a game or contest, a short letter, a sound in music, or a thin piece of wood used to start a fire? Well, we know that match could be a game or contest or a thin piece of wood used to start a fire. So let's look at our context clues here. So if you look here, it says light the camp stove. So that right there tells us that it's a thin piece of wood. Oops, sorry. That it's a thin piece of wood, so we need to drag that. So let us drag. Maybe I have to use my mouse. There we go. Thin piece of wood. Maybe it's not. Is it not going to let me? Well, that's weird. Let me go back here.
Help Stig and Sten define more multiple meaning words.
Okay, well, it's not going to let me, but we know that that one goes up here. So let me clear my screen here. And then I'm just going to write number 1 next to this one. Okay, so that's number 1. All right, Adam wrote a note to his mom that he was at the library. So it's either a short letter or a sound in music, right? We know it can be both. Well, he wrote it, first of all, and it's to his mom. So that should tell us that it's a short letter. So we're going to put number 2 here. The tennis match went to 5 sets before we knew who was the winner. So we know now that that's a game or contest because we've already used a thin piece of wood. Okay? And that wouldn't make sense. A tennis thin piece of wood went to 5 sets before we knew who the winner was. That wouldn't make any sense. And then the singer hit the highest note. And so here it says the sound in music, right? And it says singer. So that tells us that that goes with number 4, okay? All right, let me clear my screen. Let's go on to the next.
You did a great job matching sentences with multiple meaning words, kids. These words can be tricky, especially when you have to look for clues in the sentences.
Yeah, sometimes I look in the dictionary if I can't figure out what a word means. That's a good tip, Stig. The dictionary gives us all the possible meanings of a word. We can use it to find out what the correct meaning of a word is in a sentence. Hey, I have my class dictionary in my backpack. Granny, can you give us a sentence that uses a multiple meaning word? Sten and I will use the dictionary to find the meaning of the word.
Sure. Let's see. James was looking for the 4th volume in the set of encyclopedias. What does the word volume mean in this sentence?
Let's look it up, Stig. Here it is. Volume. A noun. It can be a book forming part of a series or work, the amount of space a substance or an object occupies, or a degree of loudness.
Okay, so there were 3 meanings there for volume. Now I'm going to show you guys on your Daily 5 resources. So if you're doing this at home and you need a dictionary. So if you go to your Daily 5 resources, you all have access to this on Google Classroom. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Just a little stuffed up today. This takes you to dictionary.com, right? And so then you can type in the word volume. Enter. Look. A collection of written or printed sheets bound together and constituting a book. One book of a related set or series, a set of issues of a periodical often covering 1 year. The mass or quantity, especially a large quantity of something. The amount of space measured in cubic units. There are multiple definitions for volume here, and it has all kinds of them on here, okay? You have all these resources to help you.
based on these definitions, I think Granny used the word volume in the sentence to mean a book forming part of a series. What do you think, Stig? I think you're right, Sten. The sentence is about encyclopedias. So we know that James isn't looking for the amount of space that something takes up. Volume also means a degree of loudness, but it doesn't make sense for James to be looking for loudness at the store. So the only definition that makes sense is the first one, a book forming part of a series or work. You know, I didn't know volume could mean books.
Good work, boys. Let's see if you can do one more. The sentence is, if you leave the milk on the counter too long, it will surely spoil. What does the word spoil mean in this sentence?
Now it's your turn to help Stig and Sten figure out what the word spoil means as it is used in the sentence. Select the correct definition. What is the meaning of the word spoil as it is used in the sentence? If you leave the milk on the counter too long, it will surely spoil.
Okay, so let's think about this here. Let's put the definition in and see which one makes sense. If you leave the milk on the counter too long, it will surely become rotten. If you leave the milk on the counter too long, it will surely harm the worth of something. Or the last one, if you leave the milk on the counter too long, it will surely baby someone. So the only one that makes sense is become rotten, right? So that's our answer.
In the sentence, the word spoil refers to the milk becoming rotten from being left out on the counter for too long.
Good thing we had a dictionary. It really helped us figure out that spoil means getting rotten in Granny's sentence.
You boys did a great job answering that one. Now, let's stop at this grocery store, and then we'll go to the bank.
Go to the grocery store? Are you sure you don't mean let's go store the groceries?
Oh, that's a good one, but you know what I mean.
We do, Granny. Let's go to the grocery store. We'll help you find everything on your list.
All right. So let's exit out of that. So that is what you guys are going to be doing today. You're going to do the practice and the quiz on your own. This is going to be assigned to you under Admentum, okay? So that is your lesson for today. Tomorrow, this is a lesson for Wednesday. So tomorrow you'll either be doing something on Study Island or Seesaw. I'm not sure, but it'll all be on the slides on Google Classroom. All right. Thank you guys. Have an awesome day. See you when you get back. Bye.